I hear the wife in there. What are you gonna say this week? Steve's not here. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's do it.
I don't even care. It's the worst music ever made.
Yeah.
Gangster fun guy made it.
Man, I hate that.
Bringing those video games to the streets. It's gonna change. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of GameSlean TV. How's it going, guys? It's Thursday night. Time for GameSlean TV. This is GameSlean TV for October 24th, 2013. Ton of stuff to talk about tonight. A little bit slow in the news, but let's get right to it. My name is Chris, and I'm your host. Joining us again to my left, we've got Molly.
Hey.
It's gonna be two mediums.
What is going on over there?
Trying on
Nothing.
underwear.
We've
He's
also
gone.
got
That's it.
Josh and Steve.
Hello.
What? Josh and Jeff.
I've been eating a lot of
Spacing out.
spoons.
Spacing out big time. Over on production, we've got Xander.
Oh, where am I?
In the dark
Dude,
cave.
knock that shit off.
I don't hear
Dude,
anything.
turn him down. Just turn him off. What the hell? How's it going over there? Is that thing on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I knew it.
Xander actually smiled on
All right,
camera.
if he's
Oh,
if he's
man.
gonna knock that off, I'll introduce him. But
What the
joining us
hell?
remotely via Skype,
Is he
which
wearing
is
the
what you can hear in the background.
corduroy vest?
What the hell?
Heisenberg!
We've got Tomb.
Heisenberg, you survived the finale of
Yo,
Breaking
Mr.
Bad,
White,
and I'm on
we
the
gotta
show.
cook.
This Stupid
What's
show.
Heisenberg?
I don't know. Nice hat.
Here.
It's Heisenberg.
See?
I thought his
Whole
name
suit
was
and everything.
something else.
Well, look what we got here. Yeah,
Is that your
see,
Halloween
I'm on a
costume?
video game show now.
What does it say? What chem? Something
Chem or
chem.
something?
Tomb, is that your Halloween
Quality,
costume?
DuPont quality control.
Maybe
Oh.
it is, yes.
So you're
Yeah, it's
basically
just
like every jerk who was Joker like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It just
Shut
like,
up.
dude,
That's
there's gonna be so many
Breaking Bad
Heisenbergs
was
out
one of the
there.
best
Way to
shows
be
I've ever
creative.
seen on
Heisenbergs
television.
and sexy Mileys. That's
Yeah.
gonna be it for
Here's
this
a
Halloween.
fun fact. I've seen 0 minutes of that show, and I'm
Breaking
dang
Bad is
proud of it.
awesome.
Oh, it's awesome. You
Dude.
gotta
No.
watch it.
No,
It's terrible.
stupid.
Terrible. What are you talking about? It's one of the
No,
best TV
terrible
shows.
that he hasn't seen it.
Oh,
No, it's
okay.
stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
What's
I don't
stupid about
care.
it?
AMC has completely lost me, except for Walking Dead.
A Walking Dead.
You don't like Walking Dead?
Well, let's see. The comic was awesome. The video game was fantastic, and the show is thoroughly mediocre.
Well, all I've seen is the show, so it's alright.
So okay,
You know?
well, so there's like platinum and
Hey.
golden and dog crap, and
Oh,
that's
it's
all.
not
You
that.
Ah!
Jeff, I have something for you.
Is that meth?
Yo, Miss-
It's rocks that you put in the
It's
bottom
the
of a
good
fish
stuff.
tank.
It's pure. 98%.
Drugs?
I just don't understand why everyone like thinks it's. I don't know. It's just stupid.
Because it's a fantastic show with great character development and a
That's
good
what
plot.
people
we
said
talking
about
about?
The Sopranos, but who wants to watch anything about gangsters and New Jersey people?
Didn't the guy die?
Yeah, James Gandolfini just died.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh, it's the series as a whole. It had great writing. It was shot well. It had
But
some great
the story
suspenseful
was about
build-ups.
some
Like it was
dumb
just,
guy
it was
who
really
did
well
dumb
done.
things to make money.
Actually, it's about a guy who's an incredibly brilliant
His whole
chemist.
life was a
Let me explain it.
throw of the dice.
He's an incredibly brilliant chemist who gets screwed over out of a business venture. So he's a high school teacher. He
He had
washes
cancer.
He does have
washes
cancer.
cars as a side job, and his jerk students see him there and laugh at him. Then he gets terminal cancer, and
Right.
he's just fed up. And so he uses his brilliant chemistry mind to make the
To make
best
drugs.
meth ever, and he makes millions.
I could think of like 50
Yeah, but
animes
doesn't
I'd
he
rather
feel
watch
terrible
than
about
that.
making money for terrible reasons?
He does in the beginning, but
See,
then
you
he
gotta watch
grows
the show
to
'cause the
accept
characters
it.
develop.
And
We're
then
getting way off topic
turns,
here.
Then he turns into like a drug lord.
You gotta
Yeah,
see it. You
kind
gotta
of.
see it. It's actually
It's
a
got that
fantastic
sort
show.
of
You just
Grand
have
Theft
to
Auto vibe
throw
to it.
the moral spectrum out the window
Yeah,
for a second.
I can't do that.
Just set it to the side.
Mass Effect, Paragon.
Did you see that?
I didn't do a single thing that was wrong if I could help it. Except when the stupid people would go in front of you and you'd shoot the wrong
you
guy.
play
I hate
3?
that. What?
Did you
I
play
see
3?
What? No, I
Wasn't there? What was
You
the name
played
of
3?
that? Wasn't even the animated thing? Wasn't it? Or was it Paragon Lost? They did an animated short where Freddie Prinze Jr. voiced his character again.
Freddie Prince
What
Jr.
did Freddie Prinze Jr. voice
He
ever?
voiced
Rex?
What's it? He voiced freaking Rex. Xander? What was his name in the game?
Oh, meathead.
Was he one of like the,
Oh,
the
jeez.
humans or something?
No, he's one of your squad mates in the third game. I don't remember.
You mean
God.
Wing Commander?
No,
No, that was Mark Hamill!
not Bloody
No,
Commander.
no. It.
Oh, the
Yeah,
movie!
yeah, yeah.
with
That's
Matthew
the last
Lillard.
bloody movie he ever did.
Oh boy, that's gonna kill me now all night.
I have
What-
no idea what you're
You don't
talking
know Freddie
about.
Prinze Jr. is in
I
Mass
know who
Effect
he
3.
was. No. He was
Yeah.
a voice on the game?
Yeah, he voiced one of your squad mates in Mass Effect 3, and then they did
The one who dies? The one you could choose to have one die or the other?
No, Mass Effect 3.
Oh, the third one. The third one. I forgot.
They did an animated like feature with like based around his character. Like he says all this shit in the game.
Oh, really?
And then he's like, I had to make some tough decisions. And they did an animated short where it shows what the hell he's talking about in the third game, and he voiced the character and he did it. I
Oh.
think it's called Paragon Lost. Check it out.
See you next week.
We're lagging out here. Before we start though, this is what I was gonna say before. I want to say I started watching Orange Is the New Black, and I want to say, God freaking damn this show. Okay, I was baited into watching it because
Why are you watching this, Chris?
because I was baited into watching
Because
it
it rules.
Because you
Because-
watched everything else
Yeah.
on Netflix.
because Kate Mulgrew is in it, Laura Prepon is in it, and it's just
Who?
friggin' messed up.
Wait a second.
Donna-
Whatever, set that aside. It's
Donna
so
from that
good.
70s show, dude.
Yeah, Donna from that '70s show. She's
Oh,
looking
she's in
good.
Homegirl's looking fine.
I've
Yeah,
only seen
you
a few
could be
episodes.
watching-
I
you
thought
could
it was
be watching
okay.
Breaking
Wait,
Bad,
you're
though, an
watching
infinitely
that on
better
Netflix,
show.
but you haven't dipped into Breaking Bad?
Hey,
Come on.
I said, okay.
It's all up there.
The point I was going to make
Yeah.
is this is like
This isn't sci-fi either.
completely awful Russian accent that Kate Mulgrew does. I mean, the only other thing I've seen her is
Wait,
in
wait,
Voyager.
no, no,
It's
no, 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 no.
unbearable, dude.
Guys,
It's unbearable.
No,
Get
I
out.
will say this. Katie, my wife, who was born and raised in Russia, has not complained about it, so it can't be that bad.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
every
I
time
don't
there's a
know.
movie
It's-
and there's Russian in it, she's like, oh, that's,
Yeah.
that's the worst Russian
Does
ever.
that,
always
does that
wondered
come
because
off as
sometimes
like
they're
fake
terrible.
to you? To me, it's cringeworthy. Like it's bad. I'm watching
That's
that.
just
She's a
Russian.
I mean,
Broadway
it's
actor.
definitely
I don't think
not
you know anything.
It reminded me
Real.
of an IFC movie. Like,
Probably better than I could do.
painfully
though, so it's fine.
dramatic,
Okay,
not funny.
alright.
Like, oh, we're independent. We're making a show.
You just
that
need to get
wants
to the
be like,
end.
Is it the same person who
Alright.
made Girls? Or
I
is
don't-
it
I've
just
never
like
seen
trying
that
to be
show.
girls?
Dude, who the hell
I don't think
knows?
so. I thought.
Brought this shit up.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did.
know. I've only seen the first couple episodes. I'm just saying. It's,
I watched
it's
the
messed-
first part of the first episode and I was like, this doesn't look funny
Dude,
at all.
the
You
entire
just
show.
gotta get to
changed
the
it.
The
end.
show is messed the
It's like
hell
a dark
up.
comedy.
It's messed
Yeah,
the hell
dark
up.
comedies are
From what I've
stupid.
seen so far, I don't know. All right, I'll reserve.
You
I-
guys are soft.
Listen, I had a period where I went through
Your
watching
moral
like
compass is like very.
no, I
This,
watched
this episode is
shooting.
completely turned into TV Slean at the moment.
I watched a bunch of stuff in the late 90s, early 2000s. IFC, I'm like, I'm going to understand film and be a connoisseur of blah, 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 blah,
no.
stupid stuff.
Just watch
Yeah.
more
And I'm
Bergman.
watching it and I'm like, all right, these are just making me sad. So I decided from that point on, I am watching movies like Commando and
Yeah.
Cobra and
Yes.
whatever other stupid movie that
Predator.
comes up. Predator. What was
Predator.
there was a new one I just watched. Pacific Rim.
Oh,
I
that
thought
was awesome.
awesome. It was awesome. I was
yeah.
like,
Josh,
I'm
wait,
watching
wait,
a
Josh.
live action anime. It's freaking
John,
cool.
did you see the
Anyway,
Arnold's new movie Escape Plan?
I saw something about that.
It's so good.
I've seen of it, but I don't know anything else about it.
It's pretty awesome. I would suggest you go and see it. It's really good.
Really good.
Anyway.
Arnold, Stallone punches Arnold in the stomach, and then Arnold says, "You hit like a vegetarian."
Oh yeah, that's the other one I watched. Expendables 2 was freaking awesome.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so awesome. I'm like, you know what? Forget trying to be classy and like highbrow about movies. I'm gonna go watch a
there's
movie
room for both.
that's fun and exciting. And if it's
Yeah, it
funny,
was really
I want
fun.
Steve Urkel and stupid
Steve
crap
Urkel.
and,
Hey, Carl.
and Arrested Development. I don't care. You know, it's like I'm not gonna watch an entire 12 episode show about pain and suffering and terrible things just to get one joke at the end.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like,
All
forget
right,
it.
welcome to
Not
TV
Breaking
Slean,
Bad.
everybody,
Walking
where we
Dead
talk
is hard
about
enough to
TV
watch.
shows all the
It's hard enough to watch because it's
Dying
not
all
good.
the time, and
Yeah, and all the characters are stupid. They should all die.
nah,
Oh my god, the worst.
it's interesting.
It sounds like we got comments from the chat. What is Ski saying?
I'm getting into it right now. Hold on.
All right. Let's
I had to re-log in.
let's start with the news here while you're checking that out for us, guys. So our first news item this week, Titanfall finally has a release date. What is it? March 11th
March,
next year.
really long time
Yeah,
from now.
really long time after the new consoles hit.
6 months from now, who cares? I'm not gonna be playing games then.
It's forever.
I'm gonna be dead.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Wasn't that like-
yeah, we're all gonna be dead by then.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait.
Wait, but wasn't this like the big launch title for Xbox One?
No,
that was
they-
like,
Actually, I shouldn't say that. It seems like a long time.
They didn't do a good job kind of saying that this wasn't a launch title. I think most people assumed it was because they didn't really say.
They
but
just
yeah.
omitted that detail
they just,
so that
they just
everyone would
conveniently
assume.
left that out. But check this out. 200.
Oh, this is one of those things that you'll buy.
I don't know. I don't know. This is unless
Buy
I
like
find
3 of
unless
them.
I find 250
Do you have
bucks.
Master Chief's helmet?
No.
You
we
don't?
went over this. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I didn't
I
even
thought
have
you
it.
Wait, I
didn't
thought
have
you
a
did have
360.
Master Chief Summit. You had all the Mountain Dew and everything else.
What is the
Yeah,
thing you
we-
brought in
we-
before? Oh,
that
that
was
was the
the-
Mass Effect thing, right?
Jeez.
No, we had the
that was
Bioshock.
Bioshock, that's what it
one.
was.
So
They're all the same.
pretty much, but this one is just way over the top. $250, guys.
That's
for the
cheap.
collector's edition.
Something about this makes me think of Halo every time I
you
see
should
it.
You should
I
buy
don't-
this.
You know what I mean?
I
I
don't
think
know.
you need this.
Like
think-
when I saw the thing when we were watching all the E3 stuff, and I was sitting there watched every bloody trailer for every single thing and commented constantly on Twitter and whatever, and I was like, okay, that one looks pretty cool, but I kept getting this sort of Halo feeling. It sort of looks Halo-ish, except you
Yeah.
can get inside a big mech. And it's not as campy and cartoony as Halo is, because I'm playing Halo 3 now for the first time, and I'm like, Halo'd.
when you're on
in my
foot,
head.
I think this game is going to be a lot higher paced as well.
Yeah.
The mechs are one thing because the mechs they can
Yeah.
go as fast as the mechs
I mean,
can
it's
go.
cool. It looks fun and cool, but I don't know. I want this game to be neat, but I think it's going to be kind of like
I'm gonna
You're
play it
gonna-
on my PS4.
you're going to burn through it, and then you're not going to play it again.
Yeah, the only kind of person that's gonna buy this game is Jeff.
Yep.
Bearded guys with long hair.
I guess I fit that
Bearded guys
demographic.
with questionably long hair.
It's like guys like Jeff
Yeah.
Okay, so March
and
11th,
everyone else.
PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. The rumors are also swirling that this is going to be a timed release or timed exclusive rather. So
So someone's going to get it first.
they're
Yeah.
thinking it's going to come out on PlayStation 4 and possibly I don't know about PlayStation 3, but they're saying it's a pretty good chance it's going to go to Sony eventually.
I'm having a hard time dealing with the fact that like you're going to get a console, and then you're going to have to buy the game. Like,
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
it does. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, shit.
I don't know. Like, I can't get behind paying a lot of money for a game that I don't know is going to be good.
Well, I wouldn't pay
Like, I would buy a bundle.
$250
I'd buy
for
a
an
bundle.
exclusive
Holy
limited
cow.
edition thing. That's ridiculous.
I'd get a bundle. Like that's why I was excited about PlayStation 4. Like, they were going to probably have a Watch Dogs bundle, weren't they?
They
Yeah,
were
they were.
gonna have
Yeah.
one, and now everyone who
And now they're
pre-ordered
not.
one is.
So it's like, oh, I don't
Sorry,
care
they
anymore at all.
We touched on that last week.
Yeah.
That was the big thing last week. They said, "Yep,
Yeah.
Watch Dogs is delayed."
I don't
Now what
know.
happens? I think they still haven't released a decision on that. Maybe they have, but I haven't heard anything.
So at this
You're
point,
probably gonna get,
so
probably
what is coming
Assassin's
out?
Creed 4 probably.
Is
You'll
the
get
only
that
thing
instead.
coming out
And,
with
Because they got to do another
Killzone.
Ubisoft game or yeah.
Killzone,
But
yeah,
like,
looks
what is
solid.
new that's coming out? Rise is coming out.
And I heard
that's
that.
on Xbox.
I heard that
That's a
game was
launch, though.
crap.
Yeah.
Let's just from people who've
You
played
been
it.
hearing bad
Kinda
things.
boring.
I heard it looks nice, but
Who's played it?
gameplay
It
is
looks
dull.
really good, but it looks.
I'll tell you this:
really
I'm going to be
boring.
on that game.
He's so excited.
I'm
about
gonna be
this.
I'm gonna be on Rise when it comes out, so I will let you know.
Oh, all right. Let me know.
that
No,
guy.
I-
Give you like a cut. Ready?
All right.
I'm gonna time it better.
Let's move on. Titanfall coming out next year. Too bad you gotta wait.
Wah.
Whatever.
$250.
All right, next news
How
item.
many of those are gonna sell? They're gonna sell so many of those.
Probably, mark this one down as rumor probably as well, but Sega has said, I don't know, someone did an interview or something. What the hell? What is this anyways? Next Gen Aliens game. We saw an article earlier this week about Next Gen Aliens coming out.
Next
That's
Gen
gonna
Aliens
star
3.
Ripley's daughter.
All right, hold the
And
phone.
more of an Alien 1 feel where there's not going to be a whole bunch of aliens running around. It's going to be like really close quarters. Like one alien pursuing Ripley's daughter. I don't know about this. This is what I said.
Wait, before we get into this, and that sounds cool, Alien 1. But
Who is
They're
Ripley's
original,
daughter?
inspired by the original aliens in
anyone
1979.
who saw the director's cut of Aliens knows that Ripley's daughter died, and she just
Exactly.
died in natural life. So where's
Yeah,
this
so
coming
when
in?
did this happen?
You what?
Yeah, so when did this happen
When
in the
did she even
timeline?
have a daughter?
Good question.
Yeah, well, she had a daughter before Alien 1, like, but she was, it's like
Yeah, but I guess the company could have like covered up all that information or whatever. I'm
guess.
sure that's part of what
It's a
the story
lie.
will lead into.
maybe I don't know.
I mean that makes the most sense.
Same reason Hicks can be alive in that friggin' Colonial Marines shit.
Yeah, like Hicks died.
That was the
in
next thing to hit on the list here. So we all know what happened. Sega released Colonial Marines earlier this year, and it was a flop. Xander and I played it. We didn't think it was that bad,
I feel
but
like
it got
time
destroyed.
they involve the Marines.
it got destroyed.
In
Everybody
the
else
Alien
hated
versus Predator, Alien versus Colonial Marines. Every time they do it, it's like terrible.
No,
Nobody-
Aliens vs Predator 1 and 2 are solid games for their time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I remember. When was that? Was that PlayStation 2 or something?
No,
like
that was like
PlayStation
when
1?
did that come out? Like
Which one? Alien versus Predator?
yeah, 99,
Oh, yeah.
99, 2003.
It was on Jaguar. I remember. What
Yeah,
else was there?
Jaguar. That's right.
No. There was okay. There was Alien
That's
vs
the one I
Predator for
remember.
Jaguar.
Nobody liked that one, but
No,
that's probably
that
because
was,
it was on
that,
Jaguar.
no,
it
that
was
was
messed up.
that was like the one good game for Jaguar. No, but they did a PC
was the
release.
No,
only game for
Jaguar had like
Jaguar.
Tempest 3000 or whatever
2000.
too.
What's up?
Jaguar had Tempest
Tempest
3000 or
2000.
whatever
All
as well.
right. Well, Tempest is always a good time.
Tempest 2000 was Tempest with music and
Yeah.
like some cool background.
Okay.
It was exactly the same as Tempest from the arcade.
But no, AVP for the PC came out like 99 or 2000. Then the second one came out in like 2003.
All right. Yeah, I remember
That- those were solid games. I
they
used to-
were. I didn't.
the multiplayer
that
was
wasn't
awesome.
on purpose. I was actually just going.
Yeah, thanks.
pretty good.
No, honestly.
No, the games were solid, and because you had the 3 scenarios for your Alien,
Yeah.
Marine, or the Predator, and then the
All right,
multiplayer
so maybe
was.
I'm wrong.
Was it the
Yeah,
multiplayer that was
probably.
busted in that game? Because Angry Joe didn't like that.
No,
anymore.
no, the multiplayer was good. Sega released a new AVP a few years ago.
Everything has multiplayer.
I played through the single player; it was okay. The multiplayer, I played some of the beta, but it was very broken, and it wasn't. It was,
Every
it was
time I hear
crap,
that
but-
they added multiplayer to a game, all I can think of is the multiplayer on Splinter Cell, whatever version it was, and you were like,
yeah.
it was like,
It was
it was
terrible?
terrible. It was
So
terrible.
basically, they have yet to make a successful Aliens game.
That's
No,
what
you
I
guys
thought.
aren't listening,
No,
man.
no,
AVP
no,
1 and
no,
2.
I felt like
Wait,
there
no,
wasn't
what if-
because
It went
Alien
gold.
Trilogy.
No, they it was so good they re-released them as the gold editions for both
Yeah,
games
see, I
with all the
missed those.
expansions.
And
No,
everybody
those were
played
very
them.
successful games
Oh,
in
wait.
the, like early 2000s.
No, there is a successful Aliens game. It's called Contra.
Yeah,
The same thing.
but but easier.
Yeah, and there was
For
also
Genesis.
The nerd
Alien
already
Trilogy,
made that
and then there was
joke,
also
like,
Aliens
last
the
week,
arcade
Tom.
game.
Yeah.
I mean Heisenberg.
This week, this week
Yeah,
or the
address
week
me only
before,
as
yeah.
Heisenberg, please.
That is pretty much what he said. What, he reviewed Alien 3?
Is
Yeah.
his name Heisenberg in the show?
No, that's his
No.
Man, I don't know what you guys, I don't know what you guys are
We're
all
all
about
over the
with
place.
this. Oh, man.
No, wait. AVP for the arcade released by Capcom was a very cool brawler too.
Okay. So
right.
Jeff says there have been some good Alien games. I don't know.
I don't remember them.
But this
But
does
who
does
cares?
sound cool. I mean, if they're gonna have Ripley's missing daughter that no one
Yeah,
knows anything
potentially
about,
it
that
could be
she
good.
didn't exist outside of a small mention in Aliens, or the second Alien movie, Aliens. I don't know. I'll be looking. Sega's got to do something. Sega's not doing anything these days.
They
So
could
if
use
they
Yakuza
if they can-
4,
They're churning out plenty of crappy games.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Monkey Ball.
So there you go.
Monkey
May-
Ball was
maybe a new Alien game sometime with
Let's really
with
put that
Ripley's daughter.
hardware to work.
We'll
Make
have to
Monkey
wait and
Ball
see.
4.
All right, next news item. The Nintendo Land Wii U bundle is no more. Nintendo's replaced the current Wii U offering.
That sentence should
There's,
be more like the Wii U is no more.
Yeah, well,
because
I
no
wish.
one's buying it.
So
Hey,
they
I like the idea. of
More
the thing. I would
importantly,
buy
the
it
next
if it
news
was
item
like
is the Dreamcast 2.
$100. I'd buy it.
yeah, Dreamcast
Wii
2.
U.
It's getting price cuts. Just wait till the better games come out.
Yeah.
So they've replaced this with a new Super Mario Bros. U and Super Luigi U bundle, so you get those two in the package.
And who decided Luigi was cool?
That's like
I
the
don't
thing
know.
now, like, because they feel like he's.
They ran out of uses for Mario, so like let's use the sub characters.
What about Waluigi? Okay, don't forget about him.
That's what I'm talking
Word
about.
mentions,
Go on. Who
okay?
cares about?
Mario is bad enough.
Who cares about
who cares
Luigi?
about-
What about Waluigi?
Who cares about Waluigi?
Wario,
the
Waluigi,
anti-Luigi that debuted
Princess-
in what? Mario Tennis, I believe. Like,
Princess
that what he was
Rosalind.
yeah, at
or
least the
whatever her name
Wario
is.
Yeah.
debuted in one of the Game Boy
They
games.
had to
Like,
come up with an
side
opposite
characters
for
here,
everybody.
yeah.
They had to come up with an opposite for everybody. There must be a Wa Peach,
well, there's
right?
Daisy.
And Wa Stool. Wa Stool. would
Walu
be-
Peach.
Yeah. Peach is just.
Wild
Maybe
Peach.
make it now. It'll be great.
What's it? Daisy. Daisy's just a princess from another kingdom, though, right? She's
Yeah.
not. She's not an evil.
No, yeah, she was
reversal.
the princess they used in the
It was
Game Boy games.
Yeah, the original
Right.
game. I remember that.
In Mario Land.
Because that was a different group of guys. It wasn't Miyamoto, right? It was a different.
that's
it was
that's
a different
going back.
dude from Nintendo. Yeah, it's too much.
He had to have had his hand in it. But
yeah, they got plenty of side characters. I don't know what this Luigi stuff. But anyways, there's also a code included with this, so you can get your hands on Zelda Wind Waker HD
For free?
I believe so. Yeah, it's a downloadable code.
That
Sounds like the
that
only
will sell
thing
it.
worth it
only thing
in that
worthwhile
thing.
in the
That
bundle,
would
yeah.
sell it. I've been dying to play Wind Waker again.
Oh,
Want
such a
some
good game.
wings?
Tom actually played it at E3.
What did I play?
Glad you're here, Tom.
Wind Waker
Eisenberg.
HD. You played that at E3, right?
Yeah, I think we were gonna do an impressions video of it, but I didn't notice when we were filming it, but they turned off the console like behind us as I was reviewing it.
Oh yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm talking or whatever, and then the girl that was running the booth like shut the console off when we were filming.
Yeah, they ruined our footage.
Yeah, but anyway,
there's no
it played.
nothing in the
It was just like Wind Waker with cleaned up graphics. It was fine.
Aside from that,
That
though,
thing
yeah.
had awesome graphics in the first place. Cell
What's-
shaded
yeah.
goes a long way.
What's
Yeah.
what's the price point on this bundle?
Yeah, how much is that?
Put the
It's 50 Dara.
Oh, $50.
no, it's more.
How much is the Wii U normally? Is it
$300.
300?
Now, wait a second.
Way too much money.
What? No. You're getting 3 games because Luigi U, even though it's like
3 games you're not going to play. 2 of them are going to go in the trash can, and you're going to play Wind Waker.
what? Why wouldn't you put Mario Wii U is like the one like solid game that came out, and Luigi U is basically like it's a new game, like similar graphics, but
Is
it's a
it
new
any
game.
good?
Yeah, aren't
Is
they
Super
like-
Mario-
Yeah, it's like Mario Wii U
Is it
hard
Super
mode.
Mario Sunshine? Is it that kind of thing?
I did not like
Super Mario-
Sunshine.
I
I thought
thought
Sunshine
was
Yeah.
awesome.
I thought Sunshine was crap. and
You
Galaxy
know
was
what the
way
best
better.
Mario
That's
game is,
dumb.
I
guys?
heard everybody thought Galaxy was stupid.
Galaxy was
John.
awesome.
Wait, this
Sunshine, you had
Jeff,
to
I
do
didn't
stupid
play
water
Galaxy.
spraying, and you had to clean up sludge.
I love jetpacking.
Yeah,
You're
jetpack is
jetpacking
cool.
around.
But you had to clean up
It was
sludge
awesome.
like you're a Captain Planet or something. It was stupid. I hated it.
Planet rule.
Yeah, well, Mario Galaxy, you got to fly through the galaxy. There were many planets with like cool
I
gravity
never
effects.
got Galaxy.
Oh my god, it was the best
Everything that
3D
came
Mario.
out- wasn't
Best
that on
3D
one-
Mario.
That was on the Wii, though.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
the Wii was terrible.
Guys, I lost.
apparently
I lost
the Wii was
interest
not
in
terrible
Galaxy
because,
within
like,
the first couple
You know,
hours.
everyone
It
says
looked
the Wii
really
is
nice,
terrible.
but
Yeah, it looked good.
I felt like
but
it wasn't very sustainable, at least for me.
Well,
What one?
That's a good way to describe
I never
it,
finished
yeah.
Galaxies
Galaxy?
2. I kind of just stopped playing. But Galaxies 1, I like through the end. I thought it was a very solid 3D platform.
What
like,
about Mario RPG?
Yeah, you know
Mario
what
RPG
the
is
thing was?
awesome, but we're only off. Like,
There
It
wasn't-
actually,
there
no, I'm
wasn't
just
a
messing
real
around. It was good.
3D Mario for a long time before Galaxy came out. I think that was one of the reasons that game was so successful. What was there in between Mario 64 and Galaxy?
Sunshine.
There was,
we know there
And
was
Sunshine-
Hotel Mario, the
Sunshine
best
I
Mario
wasn't-
game.
I wasn't into like. I
It
don't
was
know.
a huge
I didn't
game.
hate it, but I was just
It
like,
looked
eh.
really good. It was a huge game.
Like the thing is, you had to manage Mario and his jetpack, and like at least like the other 3D Mario's, you're just platforming as Mario. Like I felt like Sunshine.
Oh, so it was too complicated for you.
Yeah, real too complicated for me. Okay.
there's too much responsibility in the
Too
game.
much responsibility for a Mario game, unless you're playing an RPG, because that's a whole other spectrum of gaming. But yes.
Hey, wait, Jeff. The best Mario game, arguably, is Hotel Mario, right?
Well, duh,
But that was it.
dude. Oh my
I think
god,
that's some 3DO shit.
dude, you got the.
Is it really?
It's the
on-
it was the
is it-
Philips
what is it?
CDI, and it had
Oh, it's
awesome.
on the CDI.
Yeah, it had
That
awesome
thing, yeah.
animated cutscenes,
Stupid.
and
No,
it was
that-
How did they
fantastic.
get it on
No.
something other than a Nintendo?
No,
Oh my
he's
God.
saying it was trash. He's saying that because it was.
No,
not,
best
it's not
Nintendo
even-
games
that's not
are
even the real Mario.
best Nintendo
probably
games
was
are
terrible.
are Hotel Mario, Legend of Zelda, The Wand of Gamelin. Is that what it's called?
Gamelon.
Gamelon, whatever.
Those CDI
that
games
one?
are
Legend of
completely-
Zelda,
you can't even
Zelda's
play
Was
it.
it
Adventure.
Zelda on CDI?
There were 3 of them.
On CDI?
And 2 of them had
This is
animated
this-
cutscenes, and 1 had live
The
action
CDI
cutscenes.
type crap where you play the game with a freaking TV controller.
Oh my
that's,
god.
That's basically
That's what
what
it
the
is.
thing was.
You need
it
to
was
look-
it was a DVD
Dude,
player.
just
you,
when you get a
you had
chance-
like all the Space Ace games were on that thing.
Oh, Space Ace.
And Dragon
Hello,
Lair.
is your refrigerator running? Better catch it.
Get out of here.
That from?
That's
It's Shadow Warrior, but this switcheroo here on the bundles, this I don't think changes any of our interests here. I mean,
No.
I have it for Bayonetta 2 if it ever comes out.
Listen,
I don't
Bayonetta 2
think,
bundle. What the
Bayonetta,
hell?
First of all,
I don't think
you
this
got
is
a
gonna
console
incentivize-
for a game that
Yeah, we all know how you
wasn't
feel
even
about
very
Bayonetta.
good.
What are you?
Wasn't
are you
even
kidding
good,
me?
huh?
This is the argument episode.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
no,
much.
let's move fast.
Episode
All right,
20.
We all out of here.
Bundle-
Bayonetta wasn't very
bundle,
good.
That
bundle.
was the most boring video game I ever
Oh my
played.
god.
I paid like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
of
that-
Do you
that.
like
that-
brawlers?
that- that-
Do you like
that-
do you like brawler type games like that, like combo-driven brawlers, like Devil May Cry and stuff?
Oh no.
What the?
I played Ninja Gaiden. Was
That's
it
like
Ninja
hating
Gaiden
fish
Sigma?
and being like, "This is the worst sushi I ever had."
No, no, no.
Opinion invalid. Like,
No, no, no,
There's
no.
no ground. You
No,
have
Ninja,
no ground
was
to
it
stand
Ninja
on.
Gaiden that came out? It was on Xbox.
Yeah,
And then it had
Sigma.
a Sigma episode that came out.
You
for
just
the
didn't like
360,
that because it was
which
hard as hell.
That game was so frustrating.
Bayonetta's not.
boring.
You can put
No
Bayonetta on
way!
hard.
It's awesome.
Drove my wife crazy with that.
You just
What are you buying? What are you selling?
now
There's a
you're
guy down in the
Now
cave.
you're all
now
over
you're
the
crossing
place.
into
Now
Resident Evil 4.
now
You're
talking about
way
Resident
over
Evil
the
4.
place.
No, was that what that one was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident
okay.
Evil 4 had the merchant
I
that
thought
said
that was.
stuff.
I thought that was Ninja
That
Gaiden.
creepy
Oh my-
ass
All right,
dude.
but you were constantly in there buying
Still.
things in.
But
in
you know-
Ninja
to
Gaiden.
point a point, I
And
think
then
this
You know
it
you
bundle-
was
can, like,
hard.
you can kill that guy, which I didn't know.
No.
My
You
friend
can?
was saying, like, he's like, oh man, I was low on supplies and I had to get to this guy. I killed him by accident. I was like, oh no. Then there was a boss fight and he said he couldn't beat it. So that was it.
You
That-
got
that's
there.
where he- yeah, that's where he gave up. I was
Yes,
like,
that's
you're
the
such an
end.
idiot.
That's funny. All right,
He's
so
like,
I'm mixing up games.
I'm like,
So
I didn't even
anyways-
know you could kill that guy.
So, anyways, the bundle worth it. You get 3 games for 300
Yeah,
bucks
what do
and
we
a
think
console.
about this
That's
freaking bundle?
crazy.
The only thing worth it is the Zelda.
Wind Waker
Zelda
is the only
game.
thing that has
Mario
appeal.
was
Yeah,
good.
that's-
Mario was good.
And for
Mario was good.
$300,
Not
You're not
really
paying
worth it.
$300 for the
Yeah.
game. You're getting the system with everything, and you're getting 3 games.
How much does
I mean,
the system cost without games?
I don't know.
Not 4, not 3,
Still too much
2
effing money.
controllers.
Hey.
Only 2 Wii U gamepads are supported
Oh, whatever.
Wait a minute. Oh.
No, you can only use one of the gamepads, I thought. and
at the
up to-
moment because they won't let you buy another one. But,
But no games use 2
Well,
gamepads.
I thought
still.
I thought the
Invalid.
screen
Invalid.
was one too.
Doesn't
I thought
matter.
the screen was a controller also.
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Well, you can use
can't-
the screen. You can use up to like 4 Wiimotes on
Can't
top
you
of
play the
All right,
entire
my
game
joke,
on?
my joke flopped. I was ripping off a joke from Benzai and it didn't go. It didn't.
Can't
it
you
didn't
play?
take.
Can't you play the entire game on the tablet?
it. Depends on the game.
Yeah, depends
Oh.
on if they enable.
Like
it.
I would play Wind Waker on that only.
Okay, yeah, I could see.
I don't
that.
know if you can on that, but some
I
games.
played. Nathan has that
doesn't
portable
apply.
GameCube. It's awesome.
Tom, do you
You
remember?
just sit there and you're like, I'm playing Wind Waker.
Did they
and
have?
I
I
don't
think
have to look
I
at a
think they were
TV.
demonstrating that at E3. I think you could take the game onto the tablet itself and play it.
I guess it's like,
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
like the
Yeah.
functionality of the PSP on PlayStation.
All right, what are we talking about next?
What happens when
Anyway,
What happens when you go
we've
too far
gotten
away
way
from
out.
it though?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably on
It,
Wi-Fi.
it crashes.
It breaks.
It is. If you,
It's a Wi-Fi
I'm gonna
connection.
go outside my house and I think the
I
tablet.
feel like they would
the
just
tablet
have, like,
communicates
some
directly with the Wii U.
fail-safe.
Yeah.
console.
Oh, it streams it.
Yeah.
It's just like the PSP,
So.
but it works better.
All right. Yeah. One last news item here, guys. So Batman Arkham. What the hell is
Origins.
this? Arkham
Origins.
Origins. This is to tell you
Origins.
I was going to mention anyways how unenthusiastic and how unhyped I am about this game. But Batman's coming out tomorrow. So those of you Batman fans.
Hold
that
up, says Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Why aren't you psyched for this game?
Dude,
Did you
I
not
don't-
like the first 2?
No.
Didn't they just come out with a Batman
The
game?
first one
Like,
was good.
Arkham's-
The second one, okay. This one, I just, I haven't been following it. I'm just
Wait,
kind of.
what do you
I'm just
mean
kind
the
of.
second one was just okay?
I'm just kind of whatever.
Huge.
The second one
This
had
is totally
Catwoman and
Frank
stuff,
Miller.
but aside from that, I don't know. I wasn't that into it. I don't know.
Really? I mean, I think they're both awesome. I mean, the first one had that like 3D Metroid vibe where it was all like gear, like gear gating, like where you had to like just like Metroids, you had to get the gear to like get to different areas. But the second one had
with
like
the-
such
with
a
the
cool open
gadgets.
city.
When you were in the prison?
Yeah, and then this one's going to be an open city, except it's not going to be like Arkham City. So I don't know. Like I think it looks solid. It's a different company developing it this
I
time,
didn't realize
but
that
The
Arkham was a
gameplay
different
looks
city.
like really cool on
Yeah,
it, like the
I'm-
2D like platforming stuff that they have, and like the
oh yeah. Well, the first one had the
the
scarecrow
what's it
segments.
like the detective
Yeah,
scanning vision
I'm psyched.
thing.
I'm psyched. I'll be playing this tomorrow, definitely. No doubt about it. And I think it's
GameStop's
okay.
gonna
I
sandbag a
won't
bunch
be.
of kids at this
I won't
one.
be.
Played that mystery
At
game
midnight.
called Mother that I've
Yeah.
never heard of.
They have
Oh,
what?
yeah. Mother.
2 hours, 3 hours.
I just saw Danzig this weekend. It was
You
awesome.
did? I did a bar mitzvah last week, and the kid picked mother for his grandparents'
What?
portion. You know what a bar mitzvah? They do the 13 candles, and they call up a different
Nice.
family member to light
No,
each candle. They
but
do this,
okay.
right? And this kid was awesome.
Oh, so-
he's like, they play a different song for each group of people that they have come up, and he's like, and I'm like my. I think it was his grandmother. My grandmother helped me do this candle. And then the song starts, it's like, Mother. And I was like, yes! It's so weird. He had a bunch of other, like, heavy rock stuff on there,
It was awesome.
too. It was awesome. Anyway, every time you talk about that game, I'm
sounds
like,
weird.
tell your children not to walk that way. That's all I could think
Hello?
of. And then their
Anybody
hair all
there?
pulled down in front of their faces.
They did a Misfits set. It ruled.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Did they really?
Great.
They always do, I guess.
Anyways,
So that's the
So,
news.
I mean,
bar
well,
mitzvahs and dances.
I mean, I'll check it out. I'm just not
what you
hyped
could take
on it.
away.
I don't
oh
know.
man, I don't know. Are you a Batman fan though? Like, are you like?
Sort of. I like the first two. It's just this one I just like haven't been following. I'm like whatever.
No, I
think
mean, do you
I
like-
think maybe it's the prequel thing. Maybe I would rather see like another one.
Yeah,
in
well, you
line
know
with
what it
they
is.
did.
It's because was it Rocksteady who
what
makes
the
the
hell-
first
they
two?
need time. to
They're
make the next
they're
one.
working on they're going to be working on the next gen Batman.
see?
This is the company who
Yeah.
ported Arkham City to the Wii U. They're kind of making this as a filler, which
Okay,
is
so
why they're
that's where
doing
it's
a
going.
prequel. But like everyone said, it's like fantastic. So think of it more as like a side game to hold off until like the true sequel that will be.
Yeah,
on
but it's kind of
next
like
gen.
why make the side game? Like keep the anticipation going
keep
for
you
the next
buying
gen
stuff.
game.
It's not
Yeah.
like Arkham City just came out last year though. It's been a few years, so it's not like they
Yeah, but
rushed
it's
this one
they
out.
they could still wait another year for a next
Dude,
gen
no,
game
actually,
to come
no,
out. Like
no,
we
who
don't
can-
need a
no,
Batman game this
I'm gonna
soon.
take your prequel argument and throw it out the door because no, it was awesome and was a prequel was when I know you hate Frank Miller.
I
as
don't
you were
hate
just saying,
Frank
but
Miller,
when
no,
Frank
I just
Miller
didn't like
started
those
doing the
Batman.
Batman comics, he started out by going back to the beginning, and it
Yeah,
was
but you're talking about
awesome.
comic books, not video games. I don't care about
whatever.
what you're talking about. Your
I
argument's
don't dislike
invalid.
Go cook some meth.
I just didn't like the Batmans. I like the other stuff better.
When are they gonna make Batman Beyond game?
I agree. They
That
should.
was
All right,
cool.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
when
we
are they
should
when are they
a
gonna
new
make
Star
a?
Trek.
Yeah, Xander's right. Batman Beyond game. Enough of this Arkham
Yeah,
City
Batman
garbage.
Beyond was actually worth a damn. I agree with that. So there you go, guys. That's the news. Let's wrap up the news here and move on to our next segment. So this week we're gonna talk about Rain a little
Insert
bit later
graphic
on.
here.
Rain for PSN. But right now, since Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is coming out next week, let's do a top 5 for Assassin's Creed 5 or 4. Assassin's Creed 4. What the hell am I talking about? Assassin's Creed 4. Why Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag
It's a top 5.
is gonna
for 4.
kick ass. So here we go. Reason number 5. There we go. Reason number 5 is gonna kick
It's an
ass.
expensive.
It's going to be released on systems.
Yes, it's gonna release on next
That's
gen
not a
systems.
reason.
Yeah, it is. PlayStation 4 and
What's
Xbox
it going to
One.
come out on if it's not on them?
Yeah,
It's gonna-
reason
well, it's
number-
coming
yeah.
out
In the
on all ones
cloud. It's
first.
going to be in the cloud.
You know
Is
this
it?
is gonna be good
gonna
because
be
we're
on
putting it on the next gen systems.
All right,
That's
reason
why
number
I like it.
5. It's gonna be on a video game.
Oh, you
system.
mean they're making it for both?
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
gonna be.
Yeah.
It's a next gen game. So, whatever.
Great.
It's reason number 5. You gotta start somewhere, right?
So what do? Do you buy
Yeah,
the
do you-
crappy version
Do you buy
now,
the crappy
or do you
version on
wait?
Tuesday, or do you wait until the PlayStation 4 and
I
Xbox
don't know if
One
that's
come
a
out in
reason. I
November?
think that's like a. I don't know.
That's a
neither.
tactic right there.
Okay,
You know,
reason number,
Chris,
reason
I'm
number
buying
4.
2.
Reason,
All right, no,
Chris,
real
Chris,
reason number
Chris,
5.
I'm
It's
pretty,
named
I'm pretty
after
sure
a
that
hardcore
the
game.
manufacturers of the new consoles must have paid you off to say that.
Black Flag.
Oh, Black Flag. I'm like, what are you talking about? I forgot about that.
All right, reason number 4.
Old days.
It's got a whale.
It's
got
got
a-
a whale.
What?
The whales are actually
Put that on
awesome.
there.
They're
Oh.
awesome.
Open
Reason
world
number
game
4, Free Willy.
that
With
becomes
whales.
available very early on, as opposed to Assassin's Creed 3, which kind of railroaded you for the first third of the game.
Hey, let's grow up with an Indian kid in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took forever.
They're
Native
making
American.
this thing huge. This is going to be multiple cities, multiple places to sail
whales.
to,
The
all
map
kinds of
looks
places
enormous.
to go.
The map goes all the way across Cuba, down south of Cuba, into Florida. It's
Cuba.
huge.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played Pirates on Genesis.
Yeah.
I
Sid
know-
Meier's Pirates.
I knew
Just kidding.
that was going to come up.
That game was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, guys, don't buy this game. Buy Cutthroat Island on Genesis or Super Nintendo.
Watch
Pirates-
Cutthroat Island, starring Gina Davis.
Sid
And-
Meier's Pirates Gold on the Sega Genesis.
Buy Skull and Crossbones.
All right. Put up reason number 3.
Well-
You're jumping the gun. You're
Yeah.
jumping
No,
the gun.
well, I wanted
You're
to
jumping the-
say.
all right.
I wanted to say.
Put
with-
back to reason
I
number
was-
4.
Yeah, back to the
Reason
other one.
number 3.
No,
Look at all the
but with
colonial
open
hats.
world, and then they said it's got the whale. I was watching a gameplay
So there's
video,
tons
and they're
of extra-
sailing around, and all of a sudden this freaking whale just jumps up out of the ocean right next to you, and I guess you can just pilot your ship around
Can
and
I
start
can I
harpooning
parkour
whales.
off a whale?
You can't parkour off a whale, but you can stab them with a
Yeah.
harpoon.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
not
reason
what I was
number
going
four.
for,
Not
but I mean, I
pirate.
guess
I
that's
will
all
make
right
that.
You can be a
too.
pirate and
I don't
watch
advocate
free.
such actions, but it's pretty crazy in a
Blood
video game.
thunder.
And I like
This is
anything
gonna
that
turn
takes
into-
place
oh my
on
God.
boats.
That's all. Let's get Assassin's Creed 4 Japanese whaling mission. That's gonna be freaking terrible. All right, I know.
Club Seal download content.
Oh my gosh, terrible. All right, reason number
So
3.
reason number 3.
Reason number 3: Assassin's Creed 4
This is a
Black
good
Flag is
reason.
gonna kick ass.
This is a good reason.
All the different hats you can wear.
yeah, all the different hoods.
Look at all their hats. Look at all their
Yeah.
different hats.
No.
The
'cause
entire game-
you can only wear a hood, which is sort of annoying.
This game is entirely about pirates. Pirates, guys.
Arr, pirates.
Johnny
Arr.
Depp in
We've
it.
seen.
No.
He's the best actor ever.
We all know that
He's in
games about
France.
pirates are awesome, like this other one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
other
talking about. Skull and Crossbones.
Remember this? We're gonna get to this game eventually, but yeah, this is another good pirate game.
If
Check
you
it out.
haven't played
Skull
this
and
yet,
Crossbones
Go,
on
buy,
Nintendo.
go spend $1.99 and then don't buy Assassin's Creed 4 and play this game instead first.
Yeah, I mean that's
I'll get right on it.
Yeah, get right
that's
on that.
definitely an
Download the ROM.
They could make a next-gen version of this.
We don't condone
yeah,
piracy.
they
Tom.
should. We should kickstart that.
You don't
Yeah, they
condone
could
piracy.
just starring. They should make a movie starring Nathan as the wizard.
I'm buying it.
That's
So
a funny
reason number 3, it's got pirates. All right, reason number 2, getting close. Reason number 2 is kind of an extension of reason number 3.
Slow,
but-
dramatic walking scenes,
Yeah.
including Blackbeard
There he is.
and a fat guy.
And look at that hat.
Reason number 2, Blackbeard's in it.
Fabulous.
the tricorn hat.
Blackbeard's in it. I'm gonna play as Edward Kenway. I'm gonna roll with Blackbeard, and we're gonna steal all the treasure. We're gonna steal all the treasure.
Wait,
There he is,
Yeah.
right there.
there was a preview for this on
It's just
TV
a
the other
a
night,
side
and my
character.
dad was like, "What's this movie? I want to go and see it." And I was
Really?
like, "Dad,
That's really
nice
that's-
try,
that's-
but
that's
it's not a
good.
movie."
Just buy the game, bring it home, be like, Dad, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch it now, and just like secretly play, and then like 30
He
He
hours
asks
later.
me.
Forever.
He asks me all the time if we can play GoldenEye, but
Really?
Ooh.
yeah,
You're gonna play GoldenEye.
yeah, maybe I
The
can
real,
start him.
the real
on
question
Pirates.
is,
That's like
will
my
the
dad
game,
played
the real
Mario
question is, will the
64
game
all the
feature
way through.
pure
Oh,
blue
look
meth?
at that.
He played
The
the
purest
entire
meth
game.
in all the world.
And Abe's Odyssey. He was obsessed with those.
Abe's Odyssey's great.
I know.
All right, reason number 2, Blackbeard. Reason number 1, here it is. The number 1 reason Assassin's Creed 4 is gonna kick ass. Now, if you played the third game, which Josh has not, and we had a nice argument about this.
That's
before.
You
Four.
can.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
the
matter.
reason number 1, you can finally access downloadable content to pilot the USS Constitution.
Maybe.
Old
Didn't
Iron
they
Sides.
shut that down because of the government shutdown, and they told people they couldn't go on the tour? Was that another old tall
Probably.
They
ship?
can't tell me what to
No,
do.
that's the other one up at the. That's actually the.
Old
Did you
Iron,
see-
old
did you see
Iron
all those
Sides.
Sides.
people- did you see all those
Constitution
people-
is-
all those people, how super butthurt they were that they couldn't get on there and see it?
Yeah, and then all
It's
those
kind of a
old
cool
veterans
vote.
tried to occupy
Well, yeah,
the memorials and they locked them all up.
Yeah.
They were like, "So what? I don't care if you were in Vietnam. Now you're in jail, Nom."
I don't know. What were we talking about?
boats.
Reason number 1,
Boats. They're
Sort
ships,
of.
lassie.
sort of. But to be more specific, the number 1 reason Assassin's Creed 4 is going to kick ass is because of the naval combat. If you played Assassin's Creed 3, you know the naval combat was one of the best parts of the game, and this game is bringing it up a notch.
They improved it.
It's going to be awesome.
You can run all over the
Dude,
ship and grab the swivel gun and
Chris.
just blast
the
the
naval
guys.
combat in that game, like they showed it off at E3 before.
So wait, so Chris, I actually have a question for Jeff then. Since Jeff is probably going to play this, does he really like playing with his dinghy that much that he's going to purchase this game?
There's no answer to that
so
one.
this-
funny.
Yeah, I love
What do you
it.
say?
It's the smart ass remarks from you every time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We all have to stop and listen to Tom make his dumb joke, and then we go, okay.
I'll say this: when they showed that naval combat off for the first time at E3 before Assassin's Creed 3 released, I was like, man, that does look pretty good. You know, they show these trailers and stuff, and you watch
It's
it.
really
yeah,
fast, and
you
like
see-
when you think about it from a sort of realistic standpoint, which is hard for me not to do, but like you can't move those ships that fast. The guy's
Did
like,
you watch Pirates of the
going like
Caribbean?
this on the wheel, and the ship just goes. boat and like turns around.
They do that shit
The
where they
sails
drop
just-
the anchor and then
the
just
guy's
sail around
He's
it.
constantly got a gust of wind behind him everywhere he goes.
No,
It's
did you hear that? It said they just dump the anchor off one side of the boat and that spins him around.
yeah, right. That works
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, and they sail. It's funny because you sail up to an island and you just stop and park the boat and you jump off and you swim.
Very realistic.
You're right, though. There's
That
a bit
bugs
of,
me a little bit, but it does look pretty awesome because you can like upgrade your crew and they all have different, aspects that they can get to, and it looks pretty cool.
The Aquila in Assassin's Creed 3 had that too as well. You could upgrade the cannons, you could upgrade the hull.
This one's the
Of
jackdaw.
course, they got all that stuff in there for the guys that are going to grind and do all the side missions and get everything fully upgraded. So that is the number one reason it's going to kick ass, and naval missions are going to be awesome. It looks like since it's a game about pirates, it's probably going to be a much more substantial part of the game. So that's going to be awesome, and those are the top 5 reasons Assassin's Creed 4 is going to kick ass when it releases next week. So
Now,
there you
Chris, can I offer just a dissenting opinion and say
here we
it's
go.
also it's Assassin's. All right, so a reason why this game is going to suck. It's Assassin's Creed, and it's not Skull and Crossbones. So why am I going to buy this piece of crap?
We didn't hear it. We were too busy laughing at Xander's joke about putting the picture up over your face.
It's what?
Yeah,
What's
good.
the reason it's going to suck?
Say it again.
Yeah, the reason it's going to suck. It's Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was actually going to say something sort of like that. We could do a secondary list of one reason.
One reason. Assassin's Creed.
4.
It sucks.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Assassin's Creed. Who cares?
And you know what? It was funny. I was watching this gameplay video and like looking at it, getting interested in the game, and they don't make any mention of the overall storyline, which is the reason you're even able to time travel as this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Time travel. You do the
Whatever it is,
Overarching storyline. Pirates are awesome. I'm going there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, why didn't they just make this a game about a guy in whatever time period he's in?
I think what it is
you know what I mean?
now
they don't even talk about it. It's not even a selling point. They're just like, oh yeah, no one cares about that.
Desmond's consciousness is in the cloud now.
What kind of name is that anyway?
Well,
Desmond.
Pretty
I know.
good for a bishop.
His consciousness is in the cloud now, so I think this game
the
is like
Assassin's Creed land.
some Abstergo shell is doing experiments and trying to find out information on Desmond's other
I have to
ancestors. So in
finish
this
this
case,
one.
From
finish
the
3.
cloud.
I only finished the first one,
It's
so
all
I feel
about the
like
cloud these days. No, I understand that complaint. I mean, yeah, like the first one was a little bit rough around the edges. I think Assassin's Creed 2 and then Brotherhood were the ones I prefer. The other one, the recent ones are, you gotta figure too. These games, this is Ubisoft's flagship property.
Because Spindler Cell's not
They
anymore.
literally have an army of developers that produce and create this game. Hundreds and hundreds of developers. So.
All right, so if they have an army of developers, why don't they give a couple of those guys to us so we can make the Tony bench press Cummings breakstand game?
Nobody knows who this Tony guy is except you guys.
I'll dig
No one
out.
cares.
I'll dig out the design document for that, and once we finally find him, we'll get moving on that.
Yeah, that's just our friend Tony bench pressing and Tony Cummings doing break stands and trying to drive around Medway and find gas stations and
And
stuff.
the more reps you do, it was gonna be just like a QT like button masher. So you mash the space bar, and like as you do more reps, you get more gas money. So,
Yeah, we got to do that game. So Ubisoft, if you're listening to this, just give us like 2 guys. That's all we need.
yeah, we'll get it done.
And we'll get it done.
So-
We'll come
so-
in under time and under budget, but we'll make you a more than GTA 5. We guarantee it. Or your money back.
We'll die trying. So there
Or
you
we
go,
will
guys.
die.
Let's move on. That was our top 5 list for Assassin's Creed 4. Now our game this week is the PSN downloadable title called Rain, recently released. When did this come out? A couple weeks ago?
Came out a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Couple weeks ago. Okay, so PlayStation Network exclusive, $14.99. Why don't we run the footage for this, please?
Let's do that.
Okay, so what are we going to say about this? So this is one of those games, they talk about these, it's games as art, right? And I think this is one of those games.
This is like Journey, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that what I felt when I was playing the game was it was kind of in the vein of like Ico. Not so much Shadow of the Colossus, but it definitely felt like I was playing Ico a little bit the whole time I was playing it, because it's the whole thing about like a silent protagonist, and you're kind of like you find a girl who's in trouble, and you're kind of like the two of you are working together to solve puzzles.
Right,
in
the
a
puzzle
world
solving and the two characters working together, right.
Yeah, so I mean, it felt a lot, and like even like the dreary setting kind of felt a lot like Ico. So if I had to liken it to anything, I would say that that's the closest thing that I could compare it
It's
to.
got that funny sort of placement of the camera at a in a more cinematic angle than your
Yeah,
standard game.
if I had to offer a criticism about the game, is that the camera is fixed, and it did lead to some. I mean, there's not any like heavy combat in the game, so it wasn't really an issue. But the camera was fixed, so it led to some kind of like difficulty seeing around corners and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's all appropriate. I mean, all the camera angles are pretty cinematic.
This
The
guy has
music's
no idea
awesome.
what he's supposed to do.
He's
Yeah, I mean,
lost.
whoever's playing this is running around like an imbecile. But I have no like other than that.
Right.
It's one of those situations in a game where you just wish your character could climb over that fence.
So
Yeah, it's just a little too high. It's just a little too high. Yeah.
So let's set this up a little bit here. So the deal here is you play as this boy, and he's invisible. He's in some kind of like dreamland or some kind of like alternate dimension or something, and so he can only be seen when he's in the rain, right? So when he's standing around here, you can see him now because the rain is pouring on him. But that's how like if you get hit by these enemies, like that's it. You get hit once and you're dead. So
Really?
Yeah, your best bet is to like avoid them or hide in area like hide underneath overhangs or hide underneath stuff where the rain's not pouring so they can't see you.
Oh, they can't see you either.
Right. The only other thing
They can see you when you're exposed or if you're like covered in dirt or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're under an overhang,
But the
they
thing
can't
is, they're
see
made
you.
out of the same stuff you are.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can't see them either. If they're under an overhang, you can't see them.
That's true.
So, but yeah, I mean, it led to some. It felt like a gameplay mechanic that they could have exploited a bit more if they weren't so focused on making the game like an art piece. If they had really focused on that, they could have made it like a more stealthy adventure. But I mean, whoever made it was more focused on making it a cinematic experience rather than like a gameplay experience. So, although it looked cool, they never really exploited it to the fullest.
Yeah.
This looks like something Seth and Laszlo would come up with.
That's a
Well,
good point. You can notice here
that-
the whole thing kind of plays out like a storybook, right? So at the beginning it like gives you a bunch of background, and then as you play,
It's all in like watercolor cutscenes with no dialogue and just
Right.
music.
you'll see the text pop up like as you go through the game. The text will pop up
Yeah.
and like give you more narration kind of as you go.
Right.
And the narration is always in kind of like this 60s like noir type of like dialogue. It's always like, and then the boy fell softly through the murky raindrops, and it's
Right.
like, and you're like, okay, I kind of get it. You're being like melodramatic here.
So there's a lot of running and like chase sequences. There's puzzles like we mentioned. You got to move objects around. You go through, you avoid the enemies, and later on though, like I said, if you take one hit from any of the enemies, you're done. Later though, there's these little critters that attack the other enemies. So there's ways you can use those things to your advantage in certain
Right.
spots. I'll say
you gotta trap the guy.
yeah. I'll say, I mean, you can see from the footage, the environments are
good.
really cool. It's got this European city feel. There's a couple levels, like one you go to an abandoned factory, and then there's like the abandoned circus ground right here. So the environments are pretty cool. Yeah, just a lot of puzzle solving, climbing. As far as like sound, I did have one nitpicky thing on the sound. Like they use Debussy's Clair de Lune, which
It doesn't surprise
it
me at
fits,
all.
but like
Oh, come on, no, dude. That it was such an appropriate choice for the game.
Such
I don't
a
know.
Seth game.
I don't know, dude. I thought when I was going through and I heard that like that song, it's good. Like it's a
Did they just
really-
bow?
I don't know. Did they? I didn't catch that. But for whatever reason, like,
Sorry.
dude, I think they can use that, but like, dude, that is just so super overused. I feel like they just should have come up with something original and just use that. Just come up with. an original
I
thing
liked
and
it. It
done.
was really fitting for the game. I really
So you thought it was good?
Well, I've
This
heard
is-
the piece before, and then it was rearranged, and they added some vocals to it. I think it sounded. I think for the game,
Oh,
it
yeah,
sounded.
yeah,
It was
the
an, it was
yeah,
an
that was-
appropriate choice.
That was the other thing I wasn't sure about, the vocals at the end. Yeah.
When did you start leading the
That's
Boston
just
Symphony
an
Orchestra?
opinion.
What do you know? What do you know about music?
Come on.
You listen to Hootie and the Blowfish and Madonna.
Not anymore. Well, yeah, Madonna, but
Madonna's awesome.
When you're in your Jeep, you're playing Big Gun, and you're just jamming and
no,
slamming in there.
Dude, old Madonna, not new Madonna's. Oh man,
You and me, we come from a
Yeah.
different world.
Well, let's get back. Let's get back to this game. I don't listen to that anymore.
This
dude.
is making me think of La Strada.
I don't know. It's like
Last
so. This is. How long do you think this game is? Like this game is only a few hours long. I don't really have much more to say about this.
Yeah, I mean it's a very short experience, but there are very few games that can elicit kind of like most games you kind of play through it and you're like, that's cool, and there's some cool moments. But the game was really heavy on atmosphere. So most games,
Right.
Just like Journey.
Yeah, so I mean most games can't like pull like that like certain feelings out of you. This game was like so drenched in atmosphere.
Drenched.
Yeah. You got that? You like that? You like that little like plug I put in there?
Hilarious.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
I'm a really funny guy. If anybody wants to pay me to be on a TV show,
Genius.
but yeah, genius. But yeah, I mean the game was so heavy. The game was so heavy in atmosphere. It was literally dripping.
All right.
Oh God.
What is that noise?
It's freaking. It's the noise when you crash in Paperboy.
The game made me really. The game really just soaks up all your emotions.
There's those critters I was talking about, right? So these things sometimes they're locked behind like a grate or something, but
Look like giant
here
chicks.
they're out in the open. I'm
Yeah.
not
They look
sure.
like white tribbles.
I'm not sure what this dude's gonna do here, but if there were an enemy, like those things will attack the enemies and get them out of the way for you. So, yeah, I mean, this is you want to.
I will say if you would like a more comprehensive, intelligent view on the game, please read my response on the GameSlean website.
Right.
Nah.
Viewers at home who also sometimes like to read things
Right. Toom also has a written review up for this game on our website, GameSlean.tv.
because
So-
I enjoyed it that much.
There it is, there down the bottom. Yes, this was an excellent game. So, anything else, or do you want to give the overall?
I will say no. I mean, I will say that everything about the game was cool. I really enjoyed it. I wish that they had turned it into more. They could have really emphasized, like, exploited some of the stealth elements to make it a longer game. But I'm not unhappy with what they did. Overall, I mean, it was a really rewarding experience. So I would recommend everybody spending the $15 to play it. It's pretty short though.
Okay, so why don't we throw up our overall here? There it is. Buy. So just because just the game because it's so short, I'm a little bit on the line here with the buy. Usually I look for a little bit more playtime, but $15 isn't too much. And you know the level of gameplay and as Tom mentioned the atmosphere, it's worth a buy. So there you have it.
If you like Ico and Journey and emotions, you will like this game.
If you like emotions.
If you like having some emotions sometimes, you might like it. This game will get you. It will. This game will soak you in emotions.
Oh God.
All right,
You'll get wet with them.
You'll get all sorts of wet with emotions.
there you have it, guys. So that's Rain on PlayStation Network. Check it out. And that's it. That's it for this week, guys. So thanks for joining us. Check out our website at GameSlean.tv. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at GameSlean. Like, comment, subscribe. We got YouTube, of course. Any other final words? Josh has a new channel, Indie Dungeon. You have
New
that?
episode of
There it is.
Chandram up next week.
Check out Josh's new channel, Indie Dungeon. He's covering indie games.
I actually have a game review coming out soon, hopefully.
There is a new Chandram reviews as well.
Yep, new Chan Jam on the way.
I watched that.
I got a review from Mother 3 coming out soon.
Here's my review of your review. That was stupid.
Guys,
Yeah,
thanks
they're
for joining
supposed
us.
to be
Keep
stupid.
playing. We'll see you next
I
time
wanted to
on
see what you thought of the
GameSlean.
game.
I'll give you your money back.
You said it was pretty good.